Hey guys, hi, this is Bhavesh, and in today's video, we're gonna create a time format converter from 12-hour format to 24-hour format. You can see an image on your screen. The very first image on your screen shows time in 12-hour and time in 24-hour. When the time is in AM, the time in 24-hour is same as that in 12-hour, and when the time is in PM, the time in 12-hour is added with 12 to get the time in 24-hour. So basically, for making our time format converter, we have to work on this principle. We have to remember that when the time is in AM, the time in 24-hour is same as that in 12 hours. And when the time is in PM, the time in 24-hour gets changed and it becomes the time in 12 hours plus 12 hours. Okay, so we have to work on this principle. So let's create our program. The very first thing which we have to do to make this program is to enter or input the time. So I called a variable, let's say time, in which I stored the time from the user. So I say input, enter the time in 12 hours format, and here in the parenthesis I write the format in which the time should be entered. So the user should enter hours first, then followed by colons, and then minutes, then seconds, and then AM or PM. Okay. Now the second thing which we have to do to split this time and save it in a list. So for doing this, I called another variable, let's say list1 is equal to time.split. See, when the split method is left without any argument, it splits the string by default by spaces. Okay, so it split the time by default by spaces. And if we want to get it splitted by our choice, then we can pass an argument in the split method. So here in the split method, I passed the argument colon. It means that I want that the time string should be splitted where it finds the colon. This will help us to get hours separately, minutes separately, seconds separately, and AM and or PM separately. Okay, so this will be splitted. Now the third thing which we have to do now is to compare that the fourth element in list 1 is AM or PM. If it is AM, then the time in 24-hour format will be same as that in 12-hour format. And if it is PM, then we have to add 12 hours to it. So here in the third line, so if list 1's fourth element, which will be placed on third indexing, so if list 1's third indexing element is equal to PM, then if it is, so print time in 24 hours format, comma, list 1 is equal to list 1's 0th index plus 12. Okay, list 1's 0th index is what? List 1's 0th index is hours which have been entered by the user. So now if I leave this as it is, our program will end up to an error. Why? Because list 1's 0th index is a string value, and we are adding 12 to it. That is, we are adding a string to an integer. Okay, so before adding this, we have to convert list 1's 0th index in integer format. Now we got our time, we got our hour. Now after this we have to take a column and then again write list one's first index, which will show us minutes, and then again column. Then what? Then we have to write list one's second indexing value, which is second, and then again colon, sorry. Okay, and then what? PM. Okay, else we can write print what? Print time in 24 hours. Format is what? Time. We don't need to convert or add anything if we are having AM in it. Okay. Yeah. Now our program is ready. Now let us run this program. Here in the fourth line, we left list as list alone and it is considering it as an data type. So it is list one basically. So correcting this, I write list one here in 24 hours format, which is 14, 45, 35 PM. Now let us run this program again. Now this time I write 3 as the hour, 54 as the minute, 30 as the second, and AM. Now time in 24-hour format is same as that in 12-hour format. Thank you.